Hey guys, Mike Chen. It's lunchtime in this place, Culver's best fish sandwich. So right now I'm in Florida on my way to Miami for a brunch buffet I've been wanting to go to for a long time. And I just want to show you guys this fish sandwich. I have had this maybe about half a dozen times already. It's incredible. I'm a huge fan of fish sandwiches like the Filet-O-Fish when it's hot and fresh. But this thing, one bite's gonna make you go, make what? First of all, it's a giant piece of fish. And every single time I've had it, it's fresh and crispy. I don't know if they purposely make it fresh every single time or I've just been lucky, but every single time, so crispy. Glistening, juicy cod. It's sitting on lettuce mayo and the breading is thin, is light. The most incredible fish sandwich of all the fast food restaurants. They do it best here. Trust me, you'll never even think about the Filet-O-Fish after taking a bite of this. Like I said, I'm heading to a brunch buffet in Miami. That's gonna be in a later video. And before getting into this video about the most incredible Chinese grocery store I've ever been to, just wanna give a big thank you and shout out to the sponsor of this video, YouTube Premium. Personally, I've been using YouTube Premium, I think ever since it first came out. Most people, when you think of YouTube Premium, you think of watching YouTube videos without ads, which is a big part of it. But there are a lot of other benefits. For me personally, I mainly use it to watch Chinese martial arts dramas. By the way, if you want a recommendation, if you're looking for something dramatic and serious with just the greatest story, Nirvana on Fire 1 and 2, or if you want something funny, Joy of Life. Such a great show. I think season 2 just came out. Anyway, I use YouTube Premium to watch the shows with no ads. It gives me the ability to download it so I can watch on the plane. Also, I just want to say YouTube downloads blazing fast. If I have 5 minutes before a flight and I want to download some last minute movies or TV shows, YouTube hands down the fastest. Also with Premium, you get access to YouTube Music app. The videos play uninterrupted in the background if you want to play video games on your phone and watch a video at the same time. And there is another aspect of Premium that I personally really appreciate. When you use my link down below and subscribe, part of the subscription fee helps support creators like me. So if you want to give it a try, I got a special affiliate link down below for a 2-month free trial of YouTube Premium. And if you subscribe through the link in the description box, I may get a commission. All right, I think I'm gonna go grab another fish sandwich for the road and enjoy the video. This looks exactly like biang biang noodle you would get from a restaurant. Hey guys, good morning. It's Mike Chen here in Vancouver, Canada. I am at T&T Supermarket, the largest Chinese supermarket chain here in Canada. Let's go check it out. When we first walk in, I notice how good the supermarket smells, and that's because there's a little flower shop. Ooh, Corgar. This has been really popular recently. Basically, they're called pot lids, so pot lid pancake. Let's try this out. Whoa, TNT brand dumplings. A whole Peking duck. What? Jelly noodles. Whoa, I haven't seen this before. Crossing the bridge noodle soup in a bag. Actually, I think this one might look better. What? Biang biang noodles in a bag too? Let's try it. Oh, this place makes their own soup dumplings as well. Let's get a pack of that. I had Chef Guo last time. This thing is way cheaper here in Canada. Let's get spicy braised noodle soup. There's also a whole section of ready-made foods. So they have steam buns, flour rolls, all sorts of bakery items that they make in-house. Pork and green onion bun. Wow, this is a ginormous sushi sashimi section. Onigiris. What? They sell these marinated seafood buckets. It's like just soaked in chilies. Heck yeah. Wow. And a whole section of kanjis and soups. Here, tea eggs, pig trotters, all chicken feet, roast chicken pig ears. Oh my gosh, all my favorites. Marinated beef shank, yes. There's also a whole bakery section with desserts and cakes. Also a whole ready-to-eat hot food section. This is better than any Chinese supermarket I've ever been to. This should last me for a couple days. Wow, that market was amazing. Mango bubble tea. Even the bubble tea is good. Also, they had this. My favorite Chinese street food, Chinese crepes. And you can choose to have any number of eggs. You can have sausage or beef. Make it spicy or not. This is sausage, and it is very spicy. That crispy part is the soul of this crepe. I mean, just listen to that crunch. They make it really crispy here. The seasoning is good. The crepe itself is eggy and delicious. This is a beautifully made crepe. It's spicy, it's crunchy. I love the cilantro in here, all the sauce giving it that beautiful umami. Perfect. Also got a spicy salmon onigiri. Oh, this thing's got a nice afterburn. Spicy salmon, the sushi rice is nice and vinegary. This thing's pretty darn good. Rest of the stuff, well, eat at dinner. All right, back home, took a shower. Let's start dinner. Let's start with this. Biang biang noodles. Oil splashed biang biang noodles. It even says 自己煮面自己剥 自拉一生美得很. It means you cook your own noodles, you pour your own oil over the noodles, you're gonna hear some sizzle, and it's gonna be delicious. Let's see if that's true. I haven't eaten these yet, but they look different than other instant noodles. First of all, they say all noodles in this pack is handmade, hand-pulled. And look how long they are. This looks like the stuff that you get from Biang Biang noodle restaurants. So inside the sauce pack, there was a pack of scallions, sprouts, tons of chilies. There's a pack of oil that you heat up separately till you see just a tiny bit of smoke coming out of it. Pour it over the chilies and scallions. If you guys ever seen my Biang Biang noodle recipe, which I will link in the description box below, once the oil touches the chilies and scallions, it's just gonna be a flavor bomb. Only thing that's missing is some minced garlic. This looks exactly like a Biang Biang noodle you would get from a restaurant. It has to look, it has to smell. This, besides being just a tad over salty and the texture of the noodles being just a smidge less bouncy, otherwise, this tastes like restaurant quality stuff. Ooh. I know it needs Chinese vinegar. That's gonna help with the overall saltiness too. Like I was saying, you saw the mountain of chilies they give you. Make sure to add that whole thing. Perfect. This flavor right now, incredible. Like I said, if you add some minced garlic, it's gonna make this taste even better. But for a bowl of instant noodles, this might be the peak right here. At least when we're talking about Biang Biang. I've had other instant Biang Biang noodles, nothing comes close to this. Oh, you know what? Let's add the meat from earlier today. By the way, that food court inside the Chinese supermarket, usually the food courts I've seen inside Chinese supermarkets is typically Cantonese food, but this one, bunch of Sichuan dishes. There's a lion's head meatball with a Shanghainese dish, chili beef. That's delicious. The beef is tender, the spice is on point. Oh, the lion head meatball is good too. One of my favorite dishes in the world. Goes so well with these noodles. I should have got like 30 more packs of that next time. Next, I want to cook up their own brand of dumplings, and these are pork and leek dumplings, my favorites. They look really pretty. I'm gonna boil them. So dumplings took about 5 minutes to cook. I made some dipping sauce with vinegar, soy sauce, hot oil, sesame oil. These are not the plumpest dumplings. As you can see, the filling is not the biggest, but the filling is delicious. It's juicy, it's fragrant. Yeah, they're delicious. I mean, I do think it'll taste better if they made the filling bigger and filled up the space more, because right now it's like one dumpling filling living in a 3-bedroom dumpling wrapper. There's a lot of space to fill, but you really can't deny how good that is. All right, so far I pretty much finished off the entire bag of dumplings. The Biang Biang noodles, they're actually quite filling. So I think the only other thing I'm gonna have today, my mango pudding. Whoa, this thing is stuffed full of mangoes. Surprisingly, this is the worst thing I got at that supermarket. The mango is sweet, but not juicy at all. Kind of just like mushy mangoes. And the pudding is not very smooth. It's got good mango flavor in there, but the texture is very lacking. Yeah, maybe like a 4 out of 10. I think this is the one thing I thought would definitely taste amazing. Oh well, overall today, 5 out of 6. Not bad. Let's see for breakfast. Good morning. Breakfast will start with pork and green onion buns in this spicy marinated abalone bucket. This looks so good. These are really piping hot, fluffy buns. This is an authentic tasting bao. Juicy, juicy filling inside. Tons of nice fatty pork flavor with the fragrant onions all wrapped inside a pillowy bun. Also, the abalone bucket. This thing smells incredible. As soon as this came out of the microwave, you smell the chilies, the garlic inside. There's seaweed, there's wood ear, there's mushrooms. Of course, abalone, there's some citrus in there too. I love this bucket. The abalone, not the most tender, but not bad. The sauce it's soaked in, incredible. It's spicy, it's citrusy. The wood ear is awesome. The seaweed knot's delicious. I'm so glad I cooked the buns with this. This is the most perfect thing to dip the bao in. Got that fatty pork dunked into this ultra spicy, flavorful sauce that's also got a good amount of acid. Oh, I love this so much. If I lived near the supermarket, I think just get a pack of bao in a seafood bucket like this because they have different flavors. This is abalone. They probably have other flavors as well. I'm so glad I saw this. This is absolutely unbelievable. After eating all the wood ear and the seafood, I'm keeping the sauce. I'm dunking everything in here. I'm already looking at what else I have that I can dunk in here. There is a lot. Oh, this is gonna come in handy. Oh yeah, soup dumplings looks good. Looks like it's loaded with soup. Nibble at the top. Not bad. The dough is a little thick, especially on top, but there is a lot of soup. There's a good chunk of filling inside. Other than the slightly thick skin on top, it's perfect. Dunk it into the chilies. There's just so much soup. The more I eat, the more I love this. Probably the best frozen dumplings to date. All right, next up, marinated beef shanks and pancakes. So, marinated beef shank is one of the most classic Chinese cold dishes. You basically marinate the entire beef shank, slice it up so you have all that beautiful fat and tendon in every single piece. This is good. You can eat it as is, or dip it in a little bit of sauce. Or, and the reason I made the shank with the pancake, make a sandwich out of it. Oh, this is good. Love this particular one. There's meitai or pickled vegetables inside that gives it such a nice, savory, umami-filled flavor. And this thing is so crispy and flaky. Don't need any oil, just plop this on the pan for about a few minutes. 10 out of 10. The beef shank are great in sandwiches. This piece right here is pure tendon. Drizzle some sauce over it. Hoisin is great with this, by the way. If you can, add some pickled veggies inside. This, the beef came with a little pickled radish and carrots. Oh, that's gonna go so good with this little sandwich. That is beyond amazing. The pancake is crunchy, flaky. Get that awesome marinated beef inside with all that great tendon and fat. Little crunchy pickled vegetables. If you are ever able to get all these ingredients together, it doesn't just have to be that particular pancake. Any scallion pancake, sesame pancake, slap some of that beef inside, add some hoisin sauce, some vegetables. Trust me, you'll never go back to deli meat. Just a few items left, all noodles. This will be a fun dinner. First one, Chef Shuo spicy beef noodle soup. This is a great smelling bowl of beef noodle soup. It's delicious. The broth is deep, it's flavorful. You can definitely taste all that herbs and also some numminess as well from the peppercorn. That's delicious. If you get this, I recommend don't cook the noodles that long. It's super, super springy. And it goes so good in this broth. The only thing I don't like about this was the same thing I didn't like about the other chef show noodles I had last time. The beef is tough. It's not very tender and definitely tastes frozen. So I say the noodles and the broth, I give a solid 9.5. But the beef, maybe a 3. Still, for 10 Canadian dollars, this is definitely something I want to keep in my freezer. One last item, crossing the bridge noodle soup. One of my favorites. And inside, there's a couple sauce packs, seasoning packs, there's a herb pack, and also a vegetable pack. So this is the crossing the bridge noodle soup with looks like lotus roots, potatoes, some tofu skin inside, some seaweed. This looks like a bomb-tastic bowl of noodle soup. It's not bad. It's spicy, it's definitely oily, which is a characteristic of this dish. I feel like flavor-wise, it needs vinegar. Add in some Chinese vinegar. Let's try it now. Okay, much better. It's not as flavorful as I would have hoped. Like I said, it's not bad. It's just not blow your socks off fantastic. Noodles are nice, very elasticy. I think the vegetables are a good touch. You know what? After a few sips, it kind of grows on you. I think for me, maybe a solid 7.5. I like the noodles, I like the spice level, but I think without the Chinese vinegar added, this will be a 5. With it added, not a bad bowl of noodle soup. Overall, this supermarket is awesome. It's the best Chinese supermarket I have ever been to. I've never seen a Chinese supermarket that was so clean and all the food looked so good. Like usually you go into a Chinese supermarket, honestly, like the sushi, feel a little iffy about it. Here, there are just so many things I want. And from the grocery haul that I took home, so many amazing food items. The abalone bucket, the bao, the dumplings, the soup dumplings. I feel like if that supermarket invades the US, 99 Ranch be in some trouble because at this point, there is zero comparison. TNT is far superior. If that thing was close to me, I would want to go every single day just to have lunch. All right, gonna get back to my noodle before it gets soggy, but as always, thank you all so much for watching. Until we eat again, see you later.